PFIPC scandal escalates as court orders arrest of alleged fake DG Adeniyi Adeyemi. A major legal drama is unfolding in Abuja after a federal high court ordered the arrest of Prince Adeniyi Adeyemi, the man who has been presenting himself as the Director General of the Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council. The court's decision followed his failure to appear for arraignment on criminal charges filed against him by the Nigeria police. The case has sparked widespread public interest because it raises serious questions about an organization alleged not to be recognized by the federal government, operated for months, and allegedly interacted with government institutions. In today's report, we examine what happened in court, the allegations against Adeyemi, his own response to the accusations, and why this case could have significant implications for public trust in government institutions. The proceedings took place at the Federal High Court, Abuja. When the case was called, prosecutors informed the judge that the defendant was absent, despite being expected in court to answer the charges against him. Following an application by the prosecution, the judge issued a bench warrant directing security agencies to arrest Adeniyi Adeyemi and produce him before the court. A bench warrant is different from a regular arrest. It is a court order issued when a defendant fails to appear as required. Once such an order is made, law enforcement agencies are authorized to locate and bring the individual before the court. The judge ruled that the criminal proceedings cannot move forward until the defendant is present. What is PFIPC? One of the biggest questions many Nigerians have been asking is, what exactly is the Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council? According to authorities, there is no officially established federal government agencies bearing that name. Investigators allege that the organization operated as though it were a government institution, using official-looking documents, organizing meetings, and presenting itself to members of the public and potential investors. The controversy became even bigger after reports suggested that the organization allegedly operated from office space within the Federal Secretariat in Abuja. That revelation immediately raised concerns about how such an organization allegedly gained access to government facilities and whether existing monitoring systems failed to detect possible irregularities. Police prosecutors have filed an 8-count charge against Adeniyi Adeyemi. The allegations include forgery, criminal conspiracy, fraud, impersonation, using forged government documents, presenting himself as a public official without lawful authority. Investigators claim he allegedly created documents bearing the names and signatures of senior government officials to give credibility to the organization. The prosecution also alleges that these documents were used in dealing with individuals and organizations interested in investment opportunities. At this stage, these allegations must still be proven in court. Forgery and impersonation are considered serious criminal offenses because they can undermine public confidence in government institutions. If someone successfully presents himself as a government official without legal authority, members of the public could unknowingly rely on false information or make financial decisions based on misleading claims. In cases involving investment promotion, such allegations become even more significant because investors often rely heavily on the credibility of government institutions before committing funds. Any uncertainty surrounding official agencies could discourage both local and foreign investment. Before the scheduled court appearance, Adeniyi Adeyemi publicly denied wrongdoing. He insisted he was not hiding from law enforcement authorities. According to him, he feared for his personal safety. He also appealed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to establish an independent investigative panel to examine the entire PFIPC controversy. Adeniyi argued that only an independent investigation could reveal the full truth and clear up what he described as widespread misinformation surrounding the case. Despite this public statement, he did not appear before the court on the scheduled date. That absence ultimately led to the issuance of the bench warrant. Court depends on the presence of defendant before criminal proceedings can continue. If an accused person fails to appear without satisfactory explanation, judges are empowered by the law to issue arrest warrants to compel attendance. The case has generated intense discussion across Nigeria. Many Nigerians have expressed surprise over reports that an organization alleged not to be officially recognized could reportedly function for an extended period. Others are asking whether there were weaknesses in administrative oversight that allowed the institution to develop. Some legal analysts believe the trial could help clarify many unanswered questions about the establishment, operations, and activities of the PFIPC. During the trial, prosecutors are expected to present documentary evidence, witnesses, and investigation reports. Government officials and investigators may also testify regarding how the organization allegedly operated. The prosecution will attempt to convince the court that the accused knowingly presented himself as the head of a non-existent government agency and used forged documents to support that claim. The defense, on the other hand, will have the opportunity to challenge every allegation, cross-examine witnesses, and present its evidence. Ultimately, only the court can determine whether the charges have been proven beyond reasonable doubt. The immediate priority for law enforcement agency is to execute the court's arrest warrant. Once Adeniyi is brought before the court, he is expected to enter his plea to the charges. The trial will then proceed with both the prosecution and defense presenting their cases. Depending on the evidence, the proceedings could take several weeks or even months before a final judgment is delivered. Beyond the individual allegations, the case highlights broader issues affecting governance and institutional accountability. It underscores the importance of ensuring that only properly established government agencies interact with the public. It also reminds citizens and investors to verify the status of organizations claiming government authority before entering into agreement or making financial commitments. For government institutions, the controversy may encourage stronger internal controls to prevent unauthorized use of official names, offices, and documents. The Federal High Court's decision to order the arrest of Prince Adeniyi Adeyemi marks another significant development in the PFIPC controversy. While the allegations are serious, it is important to remember that they remain allegations until they are proven in court. Under Nigerian law, every defendant is presumed innocent unless proven guilty. The coming court proceedings are expected to provide greater clarity on how the organization operated, whether any laws were broken, and whether other individuals may also be connected to the case. As always, we will continue to monitor developments and bring you verified updates as they emerge. Thank you for watching. If you find this report informative, do well to subscribe to Star J's Media, like, put on your notification bell for more news analysis.